Emma Parker was a 22-year-old girl with big dreams. She worked at a small bookstore in the city and dreamed of becoming a famous writer someday. Her father, David Parker, drove a taxi every day. He worked long hours to support the family. Her mother took care of the home, while her younger brother Jake focused on school. They weren't rich, but every evening they had dinner together, laughing and sharing stories. Emma often worried about money. "Dad, you work too hard," she would say. David always smiled. "As long as my family is happy, I'm happy." Emma didn't realize how much her father sacrificed for them. One rainy evening, Emma was closing the bookstore when her phone suddenly rang. Unknown number. She answered. "Is this Emma Parker? Your father has been in a serious accident. Please come to City Hospital immediately." Her world froze. The phone slipped from her hand. Emma rushed through the rain toward the hospital with tears in her eyes. When she arrived, doctors informed her that David was in critical condition. The surgery would be expensive, very expensive. Days turned into weeks. Hospital bills continued to grow. Emma used all her savings. Her mother secretly sold her jewelry. Jake started working part-time after school. The family tried to stay strong, but every night Emma cried alone. She feared losing both her father and their home. Everything seemed hopeless. One evening, Emma returned home to search for insurance documents. While cleaning her father's desk, she noticed an old envelope hidden beneath some papers. Written on it were 3 simple words, "For Emma only." Her hands shook as she opened it. Inside was a handwritten letter. "Dear Emma, if life ever becomes difficult, use this, never give up on your dream of becoming a writer, love, Dad." There was also a bank passbook. Emma's eyes widened. Her father had secretly saved money for years, enough to pay for the surgery. Emma sat in the hospital corridor crying. She remembered all the times her father skipped buying new clothes. All the nights he worked overtime. All the moments he said, "I'm fine," even when he wasn't. Now she understood. Every sacrifice had been for his family, especially for her dream. That night, Emma made a promise. She would save her father. And she would become the writer he believed she could be. The surgery began early the next morning. Hours passed. The family waited anxiously outside. Finally, the doctor walked out with a smile. The surgery was successful. Emma burst into tears of relief. Weeks later, David slowly opened his eyes. He looked at Emma. "Did you find the letter?" he whispered. Emma nodded. Her father smiled emptily. "That money was for your future." Emma held his hand tightly. "You are my future, Dad." Months passed. David recovered slowly. Emma returned to work during the day and wrote stories every night. Inspired by her father's sacrifices, she wrote a novel called The Hidden Promise. Publishers loved the story. Soon, the book became a bestseller. Emma's dream had finally come true. At the book launch event, reporters gathered around Emma. One asked, "What inspired your story?" Emma looked toward the front row. Her father sat there proudly, wearing his old taxi driver's uniform. Tears filled her eyes. She smiled and replied, "The greatest heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes they quietly sacrifice everything for their families." The audience stood and applauded. David wiped tears from his eyes. For the first time in years, they weren't tears of pain, they were tears of pride. Thanks for watching.